If you want any more money, then cut pindi to size. That's the message from the IMF to the Pakistan government. Cut your defense spending. That's the very, very clear message to Pakistan. The IMF mission has reached Pakistan. IMF and Pakistan still facing a deadlock over some very, very key decisions. The Pak Ministry of Finance is in a quandary. Nothing to negotiate with the IMF. They have no bargaining chip. According to a source in the Finance Ministry, Pakistan is worried about IMF's rigid and very, very tough conditions. What are these conditions? The IMF has asked very clearly, you cut down on defense expenditure. You can do it gradually, but you have to do it. The source is saying that the delegation repeatedly is asking for audit of the defense bills and Pakistan have to review and reduce military expenses. IMF's proposed demands very clearly, they say cut defense budget. They have also said that you think about your defense pensions. The defense pension should be shown as part of the defense budget. Currently, defense personnel's yearly pensions in Pakistan is over 400 billion rupees, but it is shown as civil expenditure in the budget since the days of General Musharraf. At present, 50% of Pakistan's national budget is consumed by debt servicing, followed by 26% that is spent on defense. The IMF has also proposed to assess the spending of the defense expenditure over the last years. Before Pakistan, the IMF has also asked the government of Sri Lanka to slash its armed forces expenditure over the course of a year in an effort to get a handle on public expenditure. So this is not the first time IMF has asked this. It's a standard template on nations in financial distress. Now, according to the Sri Lankan Ministry of Defence, the move will see the Sri Lankan army shrink from 1,35,000 next year from its current total of 1,80,000, and it will further fall down to 100,000 by 2030. The defense allocation of 539 billion rupees in the budget of 2023 drew criticism from the IMF. Egypt has also confirmed to reducing the military's role in the economy as part of its $3 billion IMF bailout package. Other demands that have been made by the IMF vis-a-vis Pakistan are increase in the levy on petroleum, a flexible exchange rate, new taxes to fulfill revenue shortfall, electricity and gas tariffs to be increased. The past 6 months' electricity bills increased the prices retrospectively, the IMF is saying. If Pakistan fulfills these demands, this will reportedly see a 30% hike in electricity prices and a drastic hike by as much as 60 to 70% in gas prices. Inflation is also estimated to increase by another 5 to 10% from the present level of around 35 to 40%. The State Bank of Pakistan has freed up the dollar on the market value on the 28th of January, which has seen the fall of the rupee, Pakistani rupee, to 270 rupees in internal and 280 rupees plus in open market against the dollar. The government has also jacked up petrol and diesel prices by 35 rupees per litre with immediate effect. It is estimated that the Pakistan government will pocket an additional 4.5 billion rupees in 3 days as it had to announce the increase on the 1st of February. The government has increased petroleum development levy or PDL by 5 rupees per litre on high-speed diesel, so the PDL now stands at 40 rupees per litre. There is still 10 rupees per litre space available to the government, which will be increased in the coming weeks and months in order to jack up the PDL up to 50 rupees per litre. The IMF may ask the government to impose sales tax on petrol, which is already proposed by the FBR to the Finance Ministry. But despite all this, the IMF has found an over 2,000 billion or 2 trillion rupee breach in budgetary estimates for 2022-23 in its initial assessment. This is big red flag. IMF has also proposed to take additional taxation measures of 600 billion rupees, Pakistani rupees, through a mini budget. The IMF has assessed that the government did not recover the fuel price adjustment of 65 billion rupees for the current fiscal year. The IMF has assessed that the FBR's tax collection is projected to hover around 7,000 billion rupees against the FBR's envisaged target of 7,470 billion rupees for the current fiscal year. The FBR had faced a shortfall of 225 billion rupees in achieving the December 2022 tax collection target. So overall, the message is very, very clear. cut down Pindi to size. And a large portion of the Pakistani public believes that their current state of penury is because of the military establishment in Pakistan.